So, I haven't heard a song from Kesha since the past 3 years. This is an artist that I usually listen to. I've been listening to Kesha ever since she came out with that TikTok song a couple of years ago. I haven't heard anything from her for a while, so I decided to do a search and I found this article from globalnews.ca. Kesha drops first album in 3 years called High Road. Wow. I've just started listening to some of the songs on it. And it's on fire. Kesha is on fire as she always is. You're looking at one of the most iconic pop artists of all time, at least of our modern era since the 2000s. I can tell you that. She's definitely amazing. I'm gonna scroll down here so that you can see what the article is saying. It's been nearly 3 years since Kesha released her 2017 album Rainbow, and now, after keeping a relatively low profile in the last year. That's true. The TikTok singer has dropped a brand new one, High Road. The 52-minute album features 15 original tracks from the 32-year-old. Oh, so she's 3 years older than I am. It includes a number of featured artists such as Wrabel, Sturgill, Simpsons, and Beach Boys co-founder Brian Wilson. There's even a track called Kinky that credits Kesha's former stage name, as a feature. Her stage name in terms of it being spelt this way. So some people are freaking out. Some people are saying, High Road is finally here. Y'all finally get to hear what I've been concocting this past year. Also, this is Kesha speaking here. Kesha Rose. Scrolling on. High Road is the pop musician's fourth studio album, her decade-spanning career. So she's been out since 2010. Only hours after its release, the album shot to the #1 spot on iTunes in a number of different countries, including the US. For the most part, the reception was phenomenal. According to some of Kesha's fans, High Road has saved pop music. Right, I'm Jamaican. Right, and I've been listening to Kesha ever since she came out. I love female artists. I love female pop artists. I did a video on Lady Gaga's new album. It's on this channel. You should check it out. Check out that video and you'll see how much I love these artists. I love artists such as Carmen. You know, there's Bebe Rexha. There's Blackpink. There's Sia. I love these female artists. So she's saying here that High Road has saved pop music. That might be so because pop music was sort of in a decline based on what I was seeing. You know, Lady Gaga wasn't releasing any albums. At least there weren't any major releases, in my opinion, for maybe about 2 to 3 years. Kesha wasn't releasing any albums. You know, pop was in a state of decline. There's no Britney Spears anymore. Britney Spears hasn't released any new music, at least none that I've heard of. I haven't been hearing anything from Carmen. I've been out of the loop a little bit when it comes because I'm so busy with business and other stuff. But I've still been paying attention more recently because the quarantine period, the lockdown periods associated with COVID-19 has allowed me to basically have more time for some other things. Alright, so it's saying here, does this mean Kesha is just as relevant now as she was 10 years ago? Tweeted one fan. Maybe so. Let's hope. Let's hope. I believe so. I believe so. She's one of the front runners for pop music at this point. This spring, Kesha will embark on an extensive North American tour to promote the album. She'll stop at Caesars Windsor in Windsor, ONT. This might be Ontario, on June 5. ONT might stand for Ontario. Not quite sure. This seems to be her. It doesn't really look like her. It might not be her though. She looks a little bit different. Additional tour dates and updates can be found through the official Kesha website. So it's not Kesha, it's Kesha. Right? I know this because I'm a fan. It's pronounced Kesha. High Road is now available through all major streaming platforms, right? So definitely you can check it out on whichever platform you please. Right, but Kesha's music always strikes me as upbeat, positive, mainstream pop music. Mainstream pop music. She doesn't necessarily remind me of anyone in particular. She sort of has her own stamp, her own signature on what she does. But she's definitely up there as one of the greater pop artists that I've ever seen. And I've been listening to pop since the early 2000s. Right? I'm almost 30 years old. I'm not a child. I'm almost 30 years old. And this is Kesha in all her glory. Typical Kesha. She always dresses up. She's inked up. And she's always been fashionable from ever since. So Kesha is experiencing a resurgence for all ages. If you're a pop fan, you definitely want to pay attention to what she's doing. That ends it for now. Don't forget to subscribe. Click on the notification icon so that you get notified of the videos as soon as they go up. I will see you in the next video.